Thank you for joining us, everyone. Let's go to Zamfara State, where the political landscape is taking shape following the recent APC State Congress. In a show of party unity and forward planning, members of the APC in the state have thrown their weight behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Lawal, endorsing both leaders for a second term in office. The development comes amid efforts to consolidate party structures and strengthen political alliances ahead of future elections. Supporters say the endorsement reflects confidence in the leadership and direction of both the federal and state administrations, while also signaling a unified front within the party in Zamfara State. My guest tonight is Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, also known as Wamban Shinkafi. He's also APC aspirant Zamfara North Senatorial District. Is also Executive Director, Patriot for Advancement of Peace and Social Development. Dr. Shinkafi, thanks a lot for joining me on the program. The APC has endorsed both President Bola Tinubu and the Governor Lawal for second terms. If I'm to consider how deeply fractured the party was before now, also if I'm to take into consideration the 3, 4 to 5 power blocks within the APC in your state, and the fact that everyone wanted a stake in what happens in the government house, was this endorsement the outcome of broad consultation across party stakeholders, or a top-down decision by few influential blocks within the party?
Yeah, you see, Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Front is a political movement, which I'm the leader of the political movement in Zamfara State. We have representation in all the 14 local government and also in 147 wards. I also have executive at the following unit level. So we assembled ourselves last week in Gusau, the Zamfara State capital, where we unanimously adopt and endorse Mr. President as the presidential candidate of APC, which all the members of Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Movement will support in the forthcoming presidential election in 2027. At the same time, we unanimously resolved also to endorse Governor Lawal as a sole candidate of APC in Zamfara State. So we urge and every members of our political movement, cut across the state, cut across the 147 ward, cut across the following unit, to also queue behind the endorsement and board Lawal in the fourth governorship general election in Zamfara State. And we don't have any other candidate or even aspirant to support apart from Lawal as the sole candidate of the party in the forthcoming governorship election under the platform of APC, our great party. All right.
Dr. Shinkafi, you know, when state congresses...
As a leader of the movement, also, I declared to aspire for office of Senate in Zamfara State Senatorial District, Zamfara North Senatorial District.
Interesting, Dr. Shinkafi. We'll get to that in a moment. You know, when state congresses of this nature occur, there are claims of exclusion, and some members of the party also claim, there are factional grievances. So can you confidently say all tendencies...
I'm not hearing you very well, please.
All right. I hope you can hear me now, Dr. Shinkafi. So I was saying we'll get to your ambition in a moment. But you know, when state congresses of this nature occur, there are often claims of exclusion, and some people talk about factional grievances. Can you confidently say all tendencies within the APC in Zamfara, few represented?
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not hearing you very well now.
All right.
At all.
Let's take a break, Dr. Shinkafi, so we have enough time to fix that. Please stay with us, everyone.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thank you for speaking with us, everyone. Tonight we're speaking with Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, APC aspirant, Zamfara North Senatorial District, APC Chieftain, also Executive Director, Patriot for Advancement of Peace and Social Development, as Zamfara APC endorses President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Lawal for second term. Dr. Shinkafi, can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you very well.
So, we'll come to your senatorial ambition in a moment. But, after state congresses of this nature, there are members of the party who talk about claims of exclusion and factional grievances. So, can you confidently say all tendencies within the APC in Zamfara State feel represented? Or are we beginning to see cracks already forming beneath this show of unity?
Yeah, you see, the last Saturday, just concluded or recently concluded State Congress. It's a unity Congress where all the APC blocks in Zamfara State were able to make representation, and we came up with a unity list where we came out with a consensus list of the state executives, which emerged under the supervision of the deputy governor of Kaduna State and her team. It's a collective list where all the parties' critical stakeholders unanimously agree and endorse that list, and they were reaffirmed during the just concluded State Congress, which it happens I was able to attended the Unity State Congress, where I even delivered a goodwill message during the State Congress. And they were sworn in by the, an officer, a legal officer from Ministry of Justice, Zamfara State Ministry of Justice. So it's a very united list, and we who are from the APC bloc, under the leadership of Senator Abdulaziz Yari, endorse it unanimously without any ambiguity.
All right. At that State Congress, you called Governor Lawal the rescue commander, the bridge builder. Why should the people of Zamfara State trust this renewed mandate?
Yeah, you see, when Governor Lawal inherited the government, he has inherited an empty treasury, but he was able to execute a developmental project, which are verifiable. So Dauda Lawal is a good product which you can market easily to win an election in 2027. So with the developmental project he executed very legacy project, international airport, dualization of many township roads in the state capital, markets, traditional rulers, traditional palaces, renovation of all the general hospital cut across the 14 local government, construction of new primary health care, in terms of education, infrastructure development, he has done a lot. Even by procure vehicles to Islamic clerics cut across the 14 local government. And there is no any other local government you go in Zamfara State why you cannot physically verify the project executed by the Governor Lawal. That is why my political movement, One by Shinkafi Democratic Front, endorsed him unanimously with Mr. President as our sole and the only governorship candidate in the 2027 governorship election in Zamfara State. He has done well. That is the summary.
But there's also former Senator Marfa who is ready to slug it out with him. But quickly, let's talk about you. You have the intention of unseating Senator Sahabi Yao, who is a senator representing Zamfara North. Why the Senate, Dr. Shinkafi?
Yeah, you see, this is the beginning of a new era in Zamfara North Senatorial District. Since the inception of democracy in 1999, Auran Namoda local government, which is also in Zamfara North, we have 4 local governments. And the Zamfara North comprised of 4 local governments, Auran Namoda, Birnin Magaji, Shinkapi, and Zulmi. Since the inception of democracy It was only Oran Namoda in that senatorial district was opportune to have a senator representing Zamfara North for the past 28 for good 28 years, from 1999 to 2027. And Sahabiya was sitting as a sitting senator for 4 terms, 16 years, and he want to go back again. So it's not my will to run for the office of Senate, but it is the will of our people who were marginalized, there was no equity, there was no fairness. This office of senator representing Zamfara North was domesticated in Oran Namoda local government and denied other 3 local governments from taking a shot in the red chamber. So it is the generality of the people, and there is poor representation. For good 28 years, they have not presented 10 bills in the National Assembly, and they were not able to attract any fiscal and verifiable federal government project in Zamfara North Central District. And also in the terms of the security challenges.
Is it fair for me to say this is a political statement because you're also eyeing the same position? And also, I mean, this is not also about whether or not he has failed to perform, but about fairness and equity, equal representation.
Yeah, you see, it's not issue of politics, but it's something on the reality on the ground. You can verify. If you go to the INEC website or you go to the National Assembly website, we have 4 local governments. And this Oran Namoda local government is part of Zamfara North, where Sahabiya will come from. In 1999 to 2007, Senator Lawal was in the National Assembly as a senator from Oran Namoda. From 2007 to 2011, Senator Sahabiya, to 2015, Senator Sahabiya was in Senate for 2 terms. Then in 2015, Buhari tsunami, when the APC was registered and merged and go into merger with other political party, Senator Tijani Ayakora defeated the incumbent, that is under the platform of APC, defeated Sahabiya in 2015, and he became senator 2015-2019. Then 2019, there was the primaries conducted were not in compliance with the Electoral Act 2022 as amended.
I hear you, Dr. Shinkafi. I'm only echoing your, Dr. Shinkafi, I'm only echoing your stance. What you said is that the people in the last 28 years, the people of Namodi have had they've had a good run. It is now time for
Oran Namoda, yes, they were the one who
they've had a good run. It is now the turn of Shinkafi local government, and you say you are the only capable person to represent your constituency. Within the APC, are you not worried that your ambition could deepen internal divisions, especially as the incumbent also seeks re-election?
Yeah, what is going on now in my senatorial district? Let me say the way Mr. President say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Emelokon. This is our time, and it's our turn. It's the turn of Shinkafi, and it's a turn of Zulmi. It's either from Zulmi or Brede Magaji. So Oran Namoda, this is not a monarchical system of government. It's a democracy. I know that constitutionally they have every right to contest for that position, but for fairness, equity, and internal cohesion, and to maintain the democratic norms and value, there is no fairness. So this is a time, or this is the beginning to end political slavery and political captivity. We have to unlock it. And this is the time.
So if the party backs the incumbents instead of you, will you step down gracefully, or are you ready to challenge the process?
No, I will not step down, because Electoral Act 2026 is very clear. It was provided in Electoral Act 26 as amended that there is 3 modalities for conduct of the party primaries. Nomination. You either emerge through consensus, where all aspirants will have a mutual agreement and withdraw their aspiration and endorse one candidate. Then if the consensus collapsed, then you end up with any option than to go for direct primaries. So all this thing has a legal backing, and the law it is the act of the National Assembly, and it has been signed into. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not ready to step down.
All right.
I'm not ready to compromise my position.
All right. Do you have the backing of the governor?
I'm guaranteed by law.
Do you have the backing of the governor and your leader, Senator Yari?
Yari is the leader of my political movement, and also I have my total allegiance to Abdulaziz Yari, not any other person. So whether the governor endorsed me or he doesn't endorse me, I raise my case to Almighty God and I surrender my case to Almighty God. God give power and take away power.
So you have the backing of Senator Yari?
I have that paid. I have never consulted Yari when I went to purchase my form.
Okay.
And I have purchased my form. I duly submitted it. It was after when I purchased my form, I formally informed him that I have bought a form. He said, I think that is it. Because we have an agreement where we have shared these positions. 2 senators, 5 House of Rep members to all APC. Then to the governor, 1 senator and 2 members of House of Reps. So, but agreement is agreement.
Okay.
The governor was not so vigilant about the agreement. And also the 3 musketeers. We have 3 musketeers who have decided not to be part of the stakeholders meeting. Whatever we have agreed, they will go back and also.
Who are the 3 musketeers?
This thing cause problem.
Who are the 3 musketeers?
The 3 musketeers is the Minister of State for Defense and Senator Sahabi and the Aminu Sani Jaji.
Okay.
So whatever we have resolved in our meeting, they don't attend the meeting. And unless we are going to conduct the meeting under the chairmanship of Senator Yari, they will not attend. But whatever we agree with the governor and the critical stakeholders, they will not also abide by the resolution.
So it means all is still not well with Zamfara APC. Am I correct?
The consensus we held or we have collapsed. In my senatorial district, 8 people purchased form for Zamfara North Senatorial District. Then for the central, more than 5 people bought form. And these people buying forms, we suspect are being sponsored by these 3 musketeers.
All right. Interesting days ahead. We'll continue to monitor those developments. Thank you for speaking with me tonight on the program. Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, APC aspirant, Zamfara North Senatorial District Executive Director, Patriot for Advancement of Peace and Social Development. Thank you so much for your time. We'll continue this conversation.
Thank you. Next time you address me, Dr. Sani Shinkafi, PhD.
All right.
Yeah,
congratulations.
because federal government have bad results with honorary doctorate degree.
All right.
I'm a PhD holder.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for speaking with me. Good night. Thanks for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Good night, everyone.